Technology businesses are constantly coming up with new and innovative ways of making money. After all, they are in the business of making profit. But for today, we are going to be inspecting how they've been able to come up with some of these addictive business models. Hey, what up? It's your boy MobbJustice back again with another video, and for today I just thought I'll do a quick one just around some of the dangers of social media. We often look at the business models of the likes of TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all of that, but every once in a while we do need to take a step back and actually inspect what these platforms are actually doing and the type of effect that they have on our minds, on our well-being, as well as the relationships that we have with people around us. As always, this video is brought to you by the team over at Liyon Media. Head on over to check out some of the crispiest photo, video, and audio content. That's www.liyonmedia.com. Head on over, check it out, and just see what the team can do for you. There are a couple of developments that have made me think about the addictive business models and tactics that social media companies use to keep people glued to their platforms. A couple of months ago, we did a video around the rise of short form video, and that was looking at the growth of TikTok, YouTube Shorts, as well as Instagram Reels, that type of content. And though those are short videos, I remember concluding at the time that the addictive nature of these platforms, or the way that it's designed, a person can easily find themselves spending 20-30 minutes to an hour just scrolling through these very short videos. A recent study that came out saying that TikTok had actually overtaken YouTube in terms of watch time for video, and there has been some debate about the validity of this study, but I can see a situation where kids or young people or whoever the users are do spend a significant amount of time on a platform like TikTok, and that got me thinking about what it is that's actually happening on these platforms. A whistleblower recently came out claiming that Facebook actually prioritizes negative content on its platform as a way to keep people engaged in favor of profit as opposed to the wellness of people on its platform. And this video was actually recorded a few days before all of that news started making the rounds, and I really do think it feeds into the case that we're making right now. In addition, I've also recently come across an Australian documentary that was done about the effects of TikTok on young people in that country, leading to things like depression, mental health issues, that type of thing. And as much as a lot of that stuff is true, when one thinks back to another documentary like The Social Dilemma that came out and made a bit of a buzz on Netflix at the end of last year, right, one then starts to see and think about the fact that these business models have existed for a long time. Yes, TikTok is the newest flavor of the moment, and it's what's popping, as the young people would say. But the likes of Facebook, as well as its subsidiary companies such as Instagram, figured out how to keep eyeballs on their platforms a long time ago. And if you think about it, the business model around keeping your attention as a user is very simple. I would say there are four main tenets that come around that. The first one is about keeping those eyeballs for advertising, right? The more eyeballs you have on a platform, the more you can appeal to advertisers to actually come and place their ads on your platform. That's led to the success of platforms such as Google, YouTube, Facebook, and others. The second tenet is instant gratification. This is one of the things that the likes of TikTok have been really good at doing, because it's a 15-second video, it's a 30-second video, it's a 1-minute video, whatever it is, it's very short. You get through it, you get that instant hit, and you stay on the platform because you want to have more of those hits. And that's number 2. Number 3 is just the more time that you spend on a platform, the easier it will be over time to sell you on certain things, because it's only so long that you can ignore some of the ads and messaging that come up. We spoke in our previous video about the fact that if you go through enough Instagram stories, for example, you start seeing ads, and the same is true on Snapchat, and you can now see the same now creeping in on the likes of TikTok. So if you do a 1-hour session on TikTok, for example, how many ads do you think a person is being exposed to when it comes to that? And then the 4th bit, right, is that in people spending more and more time glued to these platforms, the more data that these platforms are able to gather about what people are liking, what people are commenting on, what people are spending their time watching, the type of content they're spending their time on. That was one of the valuable insights that came out of the documentary, which I'm going to link in the description below, because it does talk about some of the mechanics that are behind the algorithm, especially the recommendation engines. And I really think that's been one of the big fuels of growth for these platforms, the ability to actually recommend to you additional content that can actually keep you engaged. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, you stay on the platform. And the third thing, the better that the algorithm or the system knows you, the better the content it can serve to you, and the more that you stay on the platform, and it becomes this virtuous cycle. So because of that, I just came up with a list of just some quick tips. Firstly, guys, it's okay to detox every once in a while. Leave your phone to the side, maybe switch it off, have a quiet evening, go out and play. Exercise, that's a good one, where you can just go out, play a team sport, or go out jogging, maybe go to the gym. Another one is to have hours, within which you don't, touch your phone, maybe making use of some of those screen time features that come on iPhones, for example, or specialized apps that will block certain content after certain times, just to manage yourself. And then the other one, just don't. It's okay sometimes. You don't have to have FOMO for everything. It's okay to miss out on certain things that are happening on social media. It might not always be easy, but trust me, it's possible. And then the last 2 points. Firstly, sometimes it's just good to be present. If you're out at dinner with family, just listening, being present for the conversation, engaging, listening, talking, laughing, that's how, as human beings, we've always been able to interact with each other. And keeping all of that is one of those things that is really great, just to free the mind from always, feeling the need to be on a device or just seeing what's happening online. And then the last thing, be honest with yourself, right? What are you actually doing with your devices? How much time are you spending online? Is it really productive what you're doing online? Make those assessments and adjust how you do things accordingly. In conclusion, mental health is important, and if you do find yourself in a situation where you can see that your use of social media is affecting your mental wellness in any way, right, it's really good to just start taking steps to address some of these issues before they become these big giant issues that you can no longer control. Speak to people, just go out, get some help, read up on ways in which you can actually help yourself. And then lastly, this is just an interesting one that I've just observed, and it's the fact that when you look at the documentary, like the one that I've just pointed out, there was a lot of attacking right, on the likes of TikTok and its effect. But when you think about it, like I said, this is the latest flavor. They're playing by a playbook that was created by the likes of Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, all of those platforms that came before it. But more than anything else, it really does seem as if as a world, as a modern society, and also as a global economy, there is this tussle that's going on between the East and the West, right? And you almost get the sense that Western messaging would rather have you it's okay, right, to be addicted to Western platforms than it is to be addicted to Eastern platforms, right? Which I find quite weird. We shouldn't be having an East versus West, North versus South debate, but rather having a debate about how do you control how much of this content you consume. So that's been it for this video. Nothing too hectic. You can let us know what you think in the comments. How do you keep yourself from getting addicted online? Are there any points that you think we could have raised, or issues that you think we should be touching on in future, just around digital well-being? You guys can let us know, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
This is Muffs Too Much, and you're watching MobbJustice TV. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. We're there on YouTube. Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe.